Yo, 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 what up, people? I'm not late. I'm early. Was it 9:36? 9:30, yeah, 9:36. I scheduled it for 9:45, right? Wink, wink. Looks like Jabon's here. Yo, dude.
Hey, buddy.
You holding us up again? Jeez.
I was slow. Sorry, guys.
What's going on?
Cut the grass, man. Been productive. Getting ready to open my cherry Dr. Pepper to get a little energy.
Nice. I got a nice tea. Yeah, same reason.
Where's your Divo hat? I didn't even recognize you.
It's in my bedroom on my valet thing. I didn't put it on today. We had family over for Easter. I don't know. I just didn't wear it.
Yeah, you do look kind of dressed up.
I had a flannel on, but then I was like sweating.
I'll go square
bullets.
hat.
Nice. There you go.
This
You
is
can wear
spunky.
it.
God damn.
I had my nice stuff on. So I carried my custom Strix. And then I carried my little bro, my Easter little bro.
Nice.
With the flow party. This thing has such good acoustics. It's crazy.
Dude, that was an Austin member giveaway you did Thursday night.
What?
The Jack Wolf. Midnight.
Yeah, that was the midnight one.
Yeah, that was awesome. Even though I didn't win.
Then I had my Hanko on me. This is a camo tie and full twist. I got the Quantum Dragon. I got green tritium in there. Pretty sick. What did you have on you?
Me? I had
you.
My little F2. I did the little split stream, but I think it's coming through on both. I can't tell. I carried my little F3 with my 4000, or the one that's brighter. And
F3?
I carried.
What the hell's
No, it's the Focus Works. I'm probably wrong on the number.
Oh, that reminds me. I was showing people what I was selling the other night. I still have these two lights, but I'm also going to sell my F2.
I love my F2. I just should have listened to you and gotten the same driver. Remember, I got the variation. I got the one that's more yellow in my F2.
Oh, you mean the emitter?
The emitter. Yeah, I'm sorry.
This one I had it modded. So this has a different driver in it. So this has a Dr. Jones. This thing's a monster now. So
just makes it a lot brighter.
Yeah, it's brighter and it's programmable and all that shit. It's really nice. I have the Dawson Ion Slim, which is very, very similar looking, and titanium. I just prefer that. So if anybody's looking for a nice flashlight with Dr. Jones and 519A, let me know. These are 175 new, but I probably put $100 into it. So I'd probably sell it for, I don't know, $225 or something like that, just to get a little bit back.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a light that I haven't really ventured out past the F2 and the F3, but I carry it every day in my left pocket with my slip joint. I never thought I would, and I use it every day. But I haven't wanted to jump off. I'm not in the position right now, but I haven't jumped off into the different lights. Because I think it works fine for me.
Probably a good thing, dude.
Yeah, anything that I can do to keep from sucking cash is a good thing.
JD, so Tactile Turn is making a basically a dumbed down version of this. This is the CWF Mini Arc. It's a 14500 reverse clicky.
When you say dumbed down, just using a lesser.
Yeah, so they're using a driver that you can't program. It's just low, medium, high, and that's it. And then they made like very slight change to the body. I don't think it has this little spot right here and this little spot right here. And then it has their milling on it. But I think they even have stonewashed ones like this with green accents and a green
Poor
thing.
Jim Miller. Look at
But
his
it's
comment.
$200 cheaper. These are $500. Theirs is $299.
Look at Jim
So,
Miller's comment. You're killing him, dude. He just left knees because they were talking politics and walks into flashlight talk. He feels like he's in hell.
why would you talk politics on a knife stream? That's terrible.
I mean, I'm just reading it.
I got this in from
Howdy, Jim. Howdy,
Blade,
everybody.
Blade and Beam. I don't know if you guys have heard of Blade and Beam. I've
I saw
shown their
your
stuff
post, but I haven't
before.
gone there yet.
Yeah, I showed their stuff before when I was getting into flashlights. I found them just like searching for flashlights. They sell knives and flashlights, obviously, but then they also have like EDC gear. But I got hooked up with them, so I have an affiliate link now. It's in the description. But they sent me some stuff to check out. One of them was this LAN apple from Raylight. So if anybody's looking for like a custom light for like inexpensive custom light, Raylight is pretty much the brand for that. They're usually like a little over 100 or around $100, and you get pretty good performance. He is kind of a, I don't like the switch personally because they tend to have issues, but their warranty is good, so I guess it's fine. But it's got a titanium button, which is kind of cool. And
I've
this is
never
a
seen these guys. They've
14500.
got some really neat stuff.
Yeah, they have like the Rook, the Vosti Raylight Rook. That thing's like $60 or something in aluminum, and it's fucking
They've got
good.
They've got the Griffin Co. knives. They've got
Yeah, so
Bearded Gears knives.
They sent me the F3.5.
That's the big one, right?
This is the big one. This is actually a lefty. Listen to this detent. Can you guys hear that click?
Oh yeah.
That is disgusting. That's just so good.
I've been so close to, when I was buying knives, I almost bought one because I love their fixies.
Yeah.
And it's the same basic shape. I think this is the 2.5 shape.
Yeah, so they also sent me the man, I don't even know if I can get it out of here. It's
the little mini mite. Don't they have a little mini tiny one coming?
Yeah, they sent me the F2. It's got a 2-inch blade, dude.
Dude, it's just so cute. And I hate to say that word.
Like, here's the nip.
Yep. Ah.
It's smaller than the nip.
Can you flick it without throwing it across the room? I mean, with your finger flick, not your top flick. Yep.
Yeah, it works. It's just freaking tiny. If you're left-handed, I think it would be a lot better.
I'm a big fan of their knives, and I guess I got onto them. I saw their Instagram post, but then when Stasa did his testing, he really liked them, and I found them both. No, I found this one on Knife Blade Binge. And check this out on the sheath.
It's actually a good front flipper.
Watch the retention on this.
Are we talking about that new EDC retailer? Yeah, Blade and Beam. I don't think they're that new. They're new to me, sort of. They're like, I'm an affiliate with them now as of today. But it's a husband and wife, Dillard and Rachel, and they're just cool people, and they're trying to basically, their goal is to like highlight small makers, and they do a drop every Friday, but they try to like work with small makers and get gear and knives and stuff in from like CWF, Beans, Blades. They're gonna hopefully be working with us with Divo, but small brands like that they're working with, Griffin Company. So if you're looking to pick up a flashlight or a knife, check out Blade and Beam. There's a link in the
F2's 250
description.
The one
the
like
F2,
you're holding.
what?
The little knife we're just holding.
Oh,
I'm on their
Here,
page.
on,
It's on their page. I just linked it in the chat. And you can get inlays for that too for $25.
Yeah.
The F3.5, the Big Daddy's $335.
Oh, I mean, we could pull it up. I just want to put the link in the chat.
I put it in there, but you can put yours in there. Put yours in there, and I'll share this.
Yeah. I'm going to put mine in there because it's an affiliate link.
Yeah.
Your boy gets a little bit of kickback.
The guy with the largest link tree in the world.
Hell yeah, baby.
It's well organized. I think MC might have more links when you go to his page, or at least his intro shows all those links.
I'm
But
sure
I don't think he's discovered Linktree yet.
That'd be pretty dumb if he hadn't, but okay. So this is their website, Blade and
Oh, you're
Beam.
sharing it too? I'm gonna stop sharing because I have their knives up. They're F3s.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to pull it because I didn't see you sharing it. I guess I
Yeah,
would have
just shop blades, and it'll take you to.
What is this little symbol next to? Oh, those are people watching on your channel. Got it. That's what that is.
But it brings the chat together, I noticed.
It brings the chat together for us on StreamYard, but not for them.
See, I wasn't sure because I just put the way I did let the AI create it is just the chat, Javon chat for this. So I didn't know if it
you're
would.
talking about Blue Creek. You're talking about Blue Creek, who did the Knife Nerd Club. That's what he was talking about. I'm trying to skip ahead, guys. Sorry. Did you sell all your knives from the last
Josh
live?
Branson.
Pretty much for knives. I'm basically just down to the Riv. The Giant Mouse Ace Riv I was going to sell for $150. And then I have I don't know. I've been going back and forth on the Davlis CKF, but I don't know if anybody's going to want to buy this anyway. But
you know, for some reason, I haven't had anything really call me lately. Nothing's just really jumped out at me.
It's kind of how it goes. What's up, Josh? It'll happen, and then you'll get slammed.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Good to see you, Joshy.
Yeah, they ship fast. I mean, they're small, it's a small business. It's a husband and wife just, trying to be a dealer and work with small makers. That's literally their whole kind of ideal, or whatever you want to call it, JRW. So here's the blades. One of the ones they have is they have those knives from Beans Blades. This guy.
Yeah, I was looking at. I mean, those are cool.
I actually have one of these in. So
are they big? They look Midgardy.
So it's not from. I just want to preface this. This knife didn't come from Blade and Beam. Actually, Blade Runner HQ sent me this to check out. So I'm kind of shouting both of them out here, but I just want to,
That's interesting. Carbon fiber.
All this stuff, these things I'm showing you, these are on loan. They're not just like sending me free knives.
And that's a real camo carbon fiber.
So this is cross-cut fat carbon. So this is a jungle wear cross-cut fat carbon on here. And I got to say, this is a Medfordy-like knife. Thick stock. Now, if we're being honest, dude, the Scout F3.5 is pretty. I would put this in the same Hinderer. That's kind of what he's going for, I think.
Sure.
With these, he's going for like Hinderer, Medford. Not Chris Reeve. They're not really that stout, but it's a stout knife. And this is the same way. I mean, this is a freaking. That's chisel. A block of steel.
That looks like just a sharp pointed chisel.
Yeah, I mean, the action, it's Riot. You can flick it, but they have the detent dialed for this flipper tab. The flipper tab is fantastic. Because
it didn't make it today, Palmer. It'll be Monday.
This you can push button if you're not on the lock bar. You can push button it from the top, or you can just grab it up here where it's jimped and light switch it. It's a really great flipper design. My biggest gripe with this knife is the one-sided inlay. You have this beautiful cross-cut jungle wear and then just PVD over here.
And it's called Beans Blades.
Yeah, I got confused because the only place I saw it at first was at Blade and Beam. So I thought it was their brand. I thought it was their, I thought Beans Blades was theirs. I just, beans, blades. I just was like, wait. But then I found out this is a custom maker. He makes fixed blades, dude. You should check it out. And he made the fixed blade into a folder. Like, here's I think they have his fixed blade on here. Yeah, here's one of his. This is the Mini Warrior fixed blade.
Oh, so yeah. That looks very
Medfordy.
I mean, very Midgardy to me. Let me find that and see how long it is.
Sure. I think he's local. I think he's in like Tennessee. I don't know where
Blades. 2019.
So Blade and Beam is in Georgia, and then Blade Runner HQ is in Tennessee. So they're pretty close together, I would say.
Yeah, they're
so
right outside of Atlanta. I need to go over there at Blade Show.
Yeah, they both work with Beans Blades. It's just confusing to me.
He's got some awesome little knives like the Harley 2. Let's see how long this is.
But I mean, I could flick this thing all day. The flipper tab on this is absolutely phenomenal.
Javelin, 550, 3.5-inch blades. He likes bigger fixies than I really like. Let's see what the Mini Warrior is.
Yeah, I don't know if he would make you something if, you
dude, I still kind of hold you responsible for a lot of the things I've dived off. Or is that right? Did I conjugate that right? That I've jumped into. But the fixed blades, I've got plenty. I'll pick them up here and there. That's sweet.
So Blade Runner HQ sent me this too. This is the gin from Heretic. And it's cool. I just wish it didn't have a clip. I'd be all over it if it didn't have a clip, but the clip kills it for me.
I've seen it on all the websites, and the clip. And how would, if you took the clip off, would you just be left with 2 holes?
Yeah, so they have a filler tab on this side, but it has this stupid screw sticking out. Like, why didn't they make that flush? Then it would have been a little bit better. And if they included balance out, they could have included an extra one, and then it would have been, you could have went clipless. You know what I mean?
Right. Have you taken off the clip that maybe they left that one display so it would match if you decided to go clipless, even though it would still make sense to make shorter screws?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to mess with it because, one, it's not mine. Oh, they're using a nut. It's like a Medford, dude.
Oh, it's got those Chicago barrel style.
No, have you ever seen a Medford clip?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever taken a Medford clip off?
Yes.
You know how it has nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not making a joke. Like, it literally is held in by nuts. It's so annoying if you don't know and you unscrew one and then they fall out.
And you can't get it back in without holding the scale.
Kind of slide it in, and I've done it.
You know, they won't sell replacement clips. You have to send your knife in.
Oh, yeah, I remember you asked. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool for an American-made slip joint. I definitely think it's recommendable.
There's an American-made slip joint.
Is that the Atlas?
Yep. Have you ever tried one?
No, I don't think I would like it.
Well, I'm gonna do a scale swap just so I can show you how this spring works. Even though it's not a solid spring, when I take these scales off, you'll see that there's a titanium spring that runs the top of each side. So you can see it kind of pop up here. See it?
All right. Yeah.
That's on both sides. It's not a full half stop.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like it just the way it's set up. Yeah, what up, Steve? They also sent me, the last thing Blade Runner sent me was this Heretic flashlight I asked to check out. This is the Hyperion Heretic flashlight. And it's legit, man. It's got the same driver that I was talking about is in here. It's got a McClicky switch. And it's pretty well machined. And it definitely gets bright. 18350. they made it beefy to kind of make it look tactical and shit. So it's too big. Like it's the same battery as this. You know, they just personally they made it too big. Like I wouldn't carry it. You know,
Yeah, it's very
but
tubular.
but it is cool for people who would carry a heretic. This probably goes with theme. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that was cool. And then I got a couple things in from traditional pocket knives slash Rosecraft has a new. Oh, am I? Yeah, I think I'm allowed to show this, but it's coming out.
Did you see Swags' pictures on Instagram?
Was it?
Her Demi Moore
No,
naked with butterflies, pregnant as fuck pictures.
no,
So I
but
think you can show that if she showed that.
oh well, no, it's. I mean,
No,
because it's releasing.
I
Like I
know.
don't
I
know
was
when
being
it's releasing.
sarcastic.
I didn't mean, can I show a knife? What do you? So what did he say? Quality control, blah blah blah. If you release a video before 3/3, maybe 4/3, he meant. Let people know they'll be coming very, very soon. Okay, so they're coming very, very soon. This is the Rosecraft Briar Patch Jack, and apparently it's their first time putting a double blade on, like one on each end. But it's actually the only knife I've ever been able to nail nick out. I can't ever use a nail nick, and this has been easy for me. And it's not like weak, but look
Is
at
it a
these covers.
symmetrical canoe shape or cigar shape body? Like the bolsters are both the same size? It looks like it is. It looks.
Yeah, here, I'll make myself big.
Oh,
But look
yeah.
at these covers, man. They're gorgeous. This is a $60 knife.
Is the same people that make Rough Rider Reserve making
I think
those?
maybe D2 is the only downside. I wish they would fucking switch to like 12C. Just give me 12C or something and add
What's
10
that
bucks.
damn
I mean, I
ninja?
guess I'm not buying these, but like I feel like people would much prefer 12C or something over D2.
I disagree. I
But
kind
it
of
must be it's
disagree.
because D2 is basically whatever dog shit tool steel they have in. So it's so cheap. That's why they're able to do it. If you ask for like a real name brand steel, it's going to cost, a bit more. But look at that sheep's foot, man. This reminds me of a Birdvis.
Yeah, it's good looking. It's got a nice little swedge. The
It's
D2 on all of my uh what do you call
really
it?
nice.
Rough Rider Reserves came super sharp and they seem
Yeah.
to be quality.
And it's beautiful. Look at that spring. Clean as shit. It's flush in all positions. Like $60. It's crazy to me. It's really crazy how they do that. But you can
I've
get
not jumped on a Rosecraft yet.
Rosecrafts at traditional pocket knives, and you can use Lefty 10 to get 10% off of them. And then Austin sent me the Piss Penguin.
Is that PEI or is that Ultim?
I don't know. He calls it Ultim, so I'm going to call it Ultim.
How's the button lock on that? I've heard people say great things about the titanium one.
Yeah, it's the same. Same.
So it's snappy. I mean, the Penguin.
Yeah, he asked for a stronger spring. He got it. The thumb studs are really good. The even the flipper,
Palmer won one that Jim donated me, and it was a carbon fiber D2, like an OG one, like my original canvas one. It was like $25. Mine was, and I reviewed it with the slip joint. It's just such a great knife. The slip joint's a great knife. It's just big. It's the same size, if you can imagine, as that,
really?
but it's thinner. Yeah, how's that one? Is that action different, or is it the same?
I have a disassembly and I put skips in here, so I can almost guarantee the piss one would be the same after. But this is pretty good out of the box. It's better than this one was out of the box. I don't know what else you could ask for. The spring is great. It's strong and it swings down. So
Palmer, you're gonna love it, dude. It was one of the first 5 knives I bought. My first knife that I bought was the CRKT CEO, but the Penguin was one of the first 5 knives I bought, and I kept it until 3 months ago.
There you go. I know you guys wanted that.
Hadn't seen a button lock dance in a while.
Well, when you got dual wielding penguins and one of them's a piss penguin, you got to
Dude,
do it.
what do you think about the Phantom's hollow grind?
Dude, I mean, it's the same hollow grind as like a pony stout, but I think he went with thinner stock.
I had him on Friday night, and he hung out for a couple of hours with pocket
Yeah.
metal and scotch, and we had a good time. Mihai, right? Isn't that how you pronounce it?
I think.
But anyways, that knife, when I reviewed it, and I'm honest about this because I hadn't talked to him, it just came to me because Wayne sent it to me before I sent it to you. And it's my right now knife of the year. I mean, at $206 or whatever it is, I think they killed it. I love that knife.
Oh yeah, dude. I love it too.
I like the black wash better personally.
This is in my opinion, this is his best knife. But yeah, the hollow grind's the same.
20 CV.
It's just I think he went with either slightly thinner stock. That's what it looks like to me. Or the grind is slightly taller. But
Well, all of his knives are exceptionally thin stock.
I mean, they're great for EDC. This top flipper thing is just baller.
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
my least favorite method of deploying it, but that knife's just short enough where my finger, I can get the reach around, I can get
You can
all
get
the
them all,
funky
man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the thumb studs are great. The reverse flick on it. My only nitpick, and I told him last night, I wish if he was going to do the hardware that he did, that he'd have carried it through the body hardware, or he'd have just left it the same
better.
color. Just the standoffs and the
Yeah, because that would have been too much.
yeah, maybe you're right.
That would have been too much.
I would have really
205.
just as soon had it be all silver or all raw.
I think the price is good. I would have loved a belt satin versus the machine satin. That'd probably be my gripe on it is just stonewash it or go for it and pay for the belt satin, you know?
Knight's Edge, great live this morning, buddy. For your first live, you killed it.
But yeah, this thing's sick. So I would check it out, guys. The Phantom is dope.
And they're like here, so you're not having to pre-order it. They're shipping quality checked by him.
SPK Lamia had dropped pre-order today with the Nature tie scales and LMAX super clean 110 units and sold out in less than 60 seconds. 110 of them? Damn, dude. It's a lot of knives for him to make. But that's good. They're keeping busy so he doesn't have to.
They're great. It's a great knife. Mine's a crew wear from the Friday the 13th drop.
And then I got this thing in. This is dark. What is it? Dark bolt design? What is that? Yeah, dark bolt design. I don't know. Have you seen this?
No, is that just a different kind of button lock?
So these have been out, I think. I think I'm kind of late to the party. They reached out to me and they said, hey, our customers were asking how this is left-handed. And we know that it's good, but we wanted you to check it out. I don't know. That's kind of what they said. I was like, okay. So they sent it to me. This is called the Arcus, I think. And then they have one other one with a clip point. And basically, the other one has a similar handle, but it's a little straighter back here. And the point is you can blade swap the knives. So you could buy both, and then you could swap the blades back and forth. So that's kind of the premise. But I do have – I think the knife is decent for the guys who like fidgety stuff. I think it's cool. So it has this button here, which acts as a button lock, but it also is a liner lock. So it's basically like that 2.0, but this has been around longer, actually.
Is it G10?
Yeah. It's G10 and 20 CV, and it's $160. And it's made by Wii. So I think the price point is okay. 160, 20 CV, Wii knives, milled clip. It is, again, that same satin. But you have studs, and you have a front flipper, which I don't love the tab. It's kind of like I wish it came out more or up more because it's
Yeah, it
kind of
looks short.
yeah. And then the flipper tab, because of the detent, I just wish it wasn't there, and it would also make it easier to front flip because you wouldn't have to worry about the flipper. But it does work for people who like the cormorant. I think they would like this. But the kind of the point of it is to have a liner lock and a button, so they could have dialed the detent better, I think. But if you have a flipper and a front flipper, it's almost impossible to get right.
Right, because you're gonna have to sacrifice. Well, you can't make everybody happy. I mean, you can probably get it and in there and tweak it.
So let me pull up the website. I'm just gonna, and I have a video coming up on this. They're probably gonna regret sending me this, but I just have a couple gripes on it, and I think they're fair. Like again, I think the knife is cool. I think the price point is good. For the materials and the build and the OEM and the fact that they're not making them, you know what I mean? They have to buy them from we and then or have them made. It's just 150 is not bad. So here's the other one. And basically you could take this blade and put it in that handle or this blade in that handle. Make sense?
But they're not selling the blades separately, so what's the point?
So here's the thing. So they're basically saying buy both and then you can have 4 knives essentially. Okay.
You buy both and you have 2 knives. I don't do the math on that.
What?
So
well,
I've got
so
3. I got 3 lashes, but I've really got 9.
Well, you have 2 knives, but you could blade swap them. So essentially, that's 2 new knives, like different designs. Sorry, 4 designs. You have 2 knives, but 4 designs because you could put this blade on the other handle or that blade on this handle, and that would be 4. Does that make sense?
I'm following you. I'm just not seeing the value in that.
Okay. So here's the problem for me. The blades on the knives are designed to be interchangeable, meaning the blade of one model will fit on the handle of another. That's awesome, right? Cool. We're advertising this feature. Keep reading. However, slight variations in machining tolerances might prevent swap blades from having a perfect fit, resulting in blade play, detent, centering, and lockup issues. Great. Okay.
It's not a feature.
Okay.
They're trying to sell
buy
2 knives.
I buy the knives. I want to blade swap them. It doesn't fit right. All right, I'm going to contact you and you're going to help me with this, right? Nope. We cannot guarantee the success of any blade swaps and can only provide warranty services on knives in their original configuration.
So this is the feedback I would give them if I was reviewing it. That's not a value feature. Take that whole fucking paragraph out. Sell 2 knives.
Delete it.
Yeah. And you know, if you want to sell replacement or sell replacement scales, if you want to give them options.
They sent it to me to find out if it works well left-handed, and unfortunately they're going to get more than they bargained for. The other problem I have is disassembly. You have to blade swap them, right? So they're advertising a blade swap. This button does not come out of the liner. So the way they tell you to take it apart is take out the pivot, punch it out the other side, and then pull the blade out like an integral. And then you're supposed to take the new blade, hold the bearings, and like shove it into the handle, and then put the pivot back through, almost like an axis lock disassembly.
And you're going to do a video on this, right? You're going to try to do a blade swap?
They do sell a maintenance tray that you can set the knife in like this to help you do it.
To help them sell 2 knives instead of 1 is the way I see it.
It baffles me a little bit because if you're going to advertise blade swap, 1, back that shit up. Like, you got to stand behind that. And 2, make it easy. You know what I mean?
And you work with OEMs. You know, if they're a decent OEM, your tolerances should be.
It's we.
I had no issue. Well, is it we? I mean, I guess it is. I guess it has to be.
They say it's we. Here's the thing, dude. I do work with OEMs, and I would never, ever tell people to blade swap and do shit. You can do it, and it'll work sometimes. But
not guaranteed.
When we had warranty issues with the first stouts with QSP, I had such a nightmare trying to like fix people's shit, putting a new blade on or trying to get rid of like whatever it was by swapping shit, and it just didn't fit right. Like if you, yeah, sure, if you get them from Riyadh, that shit will just be like bang bang, right? I've done it a bunch of times. Kubi actually is pretty goddamn on point.
Yeah,
But
the Max 2 and the 2.5 switched perfectly. And I think I switched those 3 ways.
I don't know. So those are my 2 gripes. I think the knives are fine. I think the price is I think they have a cool locking mechanism and everything. I think they just need to delete that shit off the site. Don't even advertise this blade swap shit.
Yeah, because it's not a perceived value for
And then
somebody
just
like
make the
me before
button
I read
easy
it.
to unscrew. They have it thread lockered in. And they even say, like, you can't just unscrew it. Like, if you watch Bees actually disassembled one and he took Knipex and just, that's what I was saying in my video. Like, I could take Knipex and just loosen this button out, but that's not how they anticipate you to take it apart. So I didn't, they expect you to leave it together like that. It's so frustrating when you're trying to take that thing apart. Like if
What
you're just
happened
trying
this
to,
morning, brand new
and it's hard
American?
to clean your knife if you can't take it all the way apart. Yeah, you could blade swap, but you can't like it'd be hard to get in there and clean out all the gunk and then put like oil in there and I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a flawed. It seems like they prioritized that feature to sell more knives because somebody thought about it and said, "Hey, why don't we?" I mean, if you're going to offer both and you're not going to sell just a blade package like that company on Amazon does, what's the point? So check this out. I'm about to put on these micarta scales. You see that on both sides? That's the spring.
Okay. Is it
So
titanium?
it's titanium.
Interesting.
And then it locks right there at half stop so that you've got no displacement. And then
Is there steel? Is the steel the thing contacting everything? Because I wonder how long that would last made out of titanium.
dude, this thing, and I'm guessing it's titanium. Let me get my magnet.
No, it is. I've heard of it before. And I think
Yeah, it's
just because
titanium.
titanium is pretty springy, so, like, that makes sense, but I also think you can overdo it with titanium, like, I think that's gonna wear at some point. I mean, they've
This
been out
knife's
for a
probably
while, so
5
I don't know.
years old. I don't know how much it was used. I picked it up on a 3-way trade from Mersalt, but it
They
came with these
sent this to
scales.
Lefty. I think it is a joke. No, I don't think it's a joke, man. They sent it to me to check out. I don't know. I mean, in my video, I said what I just said. I think the knife is cool. I think they have something there. They just need to delete that shit off the
And that's
site.
good advice, and that's an easy fix from their from their part. I mean, they should be like, "Thank you, Lefty, for sharing that." Because when we
Yeah,
read
but
it,
they've been selling these. I don't know. And then these have been out, I think, for like a year or two. I don't know. Like, I think I heard about them a while ago. But yeah, if they just keep
I
making
wonder how
knives
many
with
people
that
have gotten blades that
system,
don't work. They've switched them. They actually bought 2, if anybody's that gullible, and how many problems they've had. Maybe none. Maybe it's been something that's been great for them, but I still don't see it as a value.
they also have a video explaining how you do the blade swap, where they show you the method of punching the pivot out and doing all that. So like they're trying with it. I get it. I just think fundamentally it doesn't make sense to do it that way. But
No,
anyway,
but they're doing something different. So I guess we
yeah.
should say
I'd love to
commend
see
them
a
for that.
titanium one with the same kind of system. Like not the swap thing, the button. Because I really like the button and the liner lock combo. That's so good.
Is it Vosteed that does it on that not real pretty knife that has a button that pushes through? What's it called? It was called
No, the
something.
ones that did it was Katuo. They did the Ventnor.
Well, I think Vosteed did one. They had to change the name of it. It had a really
No, that's
funky
the
like,
Mayhem. That's a compression lock. But yeah, similar concept.
not a liner. You're right. Gotcha.
RS Chaos, yeah, the Mayhem, the Chaos, yeah, it had a bunch of names. Was not going to spend any more money for a bit after getting a mini Arius, but I love the scales on that Lamia, so I had to get one. Okay. Hell yeah, Mark Parks.
Dude, those are knives that you can always pretty much flip too if you ever need to. They're great knives.
Yeah.
The new Lamias with bearings are, I like the old ones too, but God damn it. These old clips were a pain in the ass.
I skipped ahead, man. I skipped like right to the bottom at one point. So I'm trying to keep up. You, what up, dude? How's it going?
Touching things. My brother from another mother.
Oh, if you guys don't know, Scotch has a sale up. Go check out his knife sale videos. Can somebody link that? He has a knife sale
I
video
can.
up. Go buy some of his shit.
I can link it.
Yeah. I have an Arcane Abyss with the Timascus kit. I think I'm gonna part with. Got it. Cool, man.
I'm waiting for him to put the PT207 in there, and I hope he doesn't do it until I can grab it. All right, here's the sale video. Let me
Now
share
that I
this.
know what everyone else already knew, when are you making more than sexy as? Yeah, so were you the one the other day who was like, you should make a larger pony stout? And then I started laughing. Because the stout, that's the one that started it. Which reminds me to go grab mine. I talked about it on the live the other night. We just put an order in for another batch of these. So there's going to be another like 300 right-handed and 75 left-handed. And Traditional Pocket Knives is doing it as an exclusive. So he's going to do, like, imagine this. The plan, anyway, is this with 80s camo carbon. Well, it would be the belt satin, so I could grab that one. But anyway, belt satin, 80s camo here, and then a orange pivot collar to kind of try to match the orange in the 80s. So it'll be an aluminum collar, but you can't do orange in titanium. And then he's doing the watermelon sugar camo carbon, which is green and pink with a pink aluminum collar, belt satin, and then a all blacked out one with a black wash blade and dark matter glow.
Ooh,
So he's
that
doing those
glow's my
EV
favorite.
versions, and they're going to be Van X again. So should be pretty sick. Why wouldn't you like pivot collars, dude? I want to add pivot collars to every knife. Like, if I can do it, I want to do it because you can add a pop of color or just a little bit of detail.
Big Daddy Payne, I think it's a great gentleman's folder knife.
I think it's tactile, guys. It's if you get a good one. Like, it's a good knife if you get a good one.
I can't reverse flick it good. And I'm pretty good reverse flicker, but yeah, if you get I put skiffs in this one, so I've taken it apart.
Plus side is their warranty is good. If you have an issue, you send it in, you'll get back a good one probably. It's just, it can be annoying that their QC kind of sucks. That's all. They're probably pretty on point with the rock walls by now. But that's the Stonewash Stout B2. So here's the Pony Knight's Edge. So the Pony is 2.9 inches and the Stout is 3.3.
I love that little knife. I love the one I had, the micarta, and I'm sure that one's just banging.
Oh yeah, these are sick, dude. That's probably the best, like, just all around EDC knife.
I'm a nip guy.
At least that we've made. The nip is my go-to because I don't need to do anything super heavy duty. This is like in my pocket 90% of the time.
I showed you my blacked out mash where I took my V2 and my V1.
Yeah.
So this is the V2 handle without the pivot collar, and this is the 154 cm blade.
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 blade.
Have you tried the Vosteed Anklio? How's the lock? No, I asked them to check one out. They said they'd send me one when they get them in or something. I think they just have prototypes right now, so the cool guys got those. I did handle a knife with that lock at Blade, Texas, but I don't think it was that Anklio. I think it might have been actually, and I just didn't realize. And it felt great. It felt like a real detent, which it is.
What's
And
the
then it
lock?
has they did it right, man. Riot fucking tanked that pivot lock. That thing sucks.
Oh, have you experienced that little inexpensive for Riot?
Yeah. Check out my Disassembly, dude. It's a nightmare, and it's literally all held in by a fucking like the tiniest pin with threads on it. Like it's fucking terrible. I swear those are gonna start shooting out of fucking knives and flying across rooms at some point. I don't care for small. Yeah. The pony definitely feels like a bigger knife. So the nip, we are finalizing details on this. We have 3 exclusives going in on this one. It looks like Traditional Pocket Knives is going to do a piss nip. So he wanted the smooth Ultim like this, polished and everything.
With a stonewash blade?
Belt satin, I think. So he's doing a piss nip. And then it looks like Blade Binge is going to do their dark mode. So it'll be black aluminum, black wash blade, and teal accents on the collars and backspacer. And then White Mountain is doing this one. The blue with belt satin.
Dude, I'm jealous of the wire clip.
And
I wish this one had a wire clip.
Yeah, I mean, you can get one when they come out. They're going to be $99. And we're going to do 2 versions. We're going to do that gray one, gray aluminum with purple collars. People really like that one, and the black wash blade. And then we got to figure it out from there. I think we might try to do a purple aluminum with belt satin, and then maybe a G10 too if we can do it. But we have to order 600, so there should be plenty of those to go around. I'm hoping that can kind of be our knife that we like have in stock and people can buy. So that's the plan on that one. But yeah, they should be $99 in aluminum or piss or whatever. Even the ones with belt satin.
Does the Penguin come with a mill clip?
154 cm.
Palmer's asking if the Penguin comes with that mill clip.
Yeah. This?
I think so. I think that's what he was asking.
Yeah, that's how I just got it today. That's how it comes. Still plans on making scales kits. No, I don't think I never said I had plans to do that. I've had people ask me, but it's just, I don't know. Anybody that wants to can reach out to Carbonize or whoever and get scales made. But when we did that with the stout, it just wasn't like, I think we lost money doing that. I would have to sell them to you guys for like $150, and I just don't want to do that.
Well, so you can get them for probably 130.
What?
Buying them, you could probably get them for 130 buying them direct from Carbonize.
Exactly. Yeah. And we just didn't, I don't know. I didn't want to send material to Best Tech to have them made. Plus, now we're having the new versions made, so you can always just buy the new one. So it'd be kind of dumb for us to make them at this point. Anyone see Sharp Spoon anymore? Sharp Spoon? I don't know who that is. Will there be a full-size stout full tie handles? Not on the next run. The reason we don't do that is because it needs to be a bolster lock so that it, well, I guess now that we actually did lefties, it doesn't need to. But I don't know if this knife would look good with a frame lock. I don't know. I don't think it would look good with a frame lock.
I think everything looks good with the frame lock.
This, I don't know. But
There's a
potentially
large nip.
we could do a liner lock or something, like the Pony, like a more affordable one or something. I don't know. I hope the ABW button lock is as good as you said. It's fucking amazing. Any plans on a nip double D large? Yeah, I told Colin to start working on it. But even then, large is going to be like, you know, this is 2.25. We could do a 3-inch one and it would be large. You know, and then do like an XL. Divo don't do a frame lock. Yeah.
Maybe that size.
Do we have one coming? No, I don't think so. Can't you just have a tie over tie bolster lock? Yeah, so we've actually tried that, Palmer. I actually have tie scales in my thing there. They don't fit these, so I can't give them to anybody. They only fit the prototypes. So if anybody has a stout V2 prototype and wants titanium scales, let me know. I think it'll fit. Although I don't know if we got new protos. I don't know. It might fit. They're just way too heavy because you're saving weight by milling out titanium and putting carbon on it. That's how you save weight. That's how this weighs, 3.2 ounces or whatever it weighs. There's also some, milling in there, but you add titanium scales to it, and all of a sudden this thing weighs 5 ounces. And we just don't like it. And it looks kind of weird because it's like you can see the line, and it's like, why is that there if it's all tie? You know what I mean? So if we did it, we would do a full frame lock. Just haven't wanted to do it yet. What was the name of the replacement scales company? Yeah, Carbadize, Karbadize.
Here, I'll put his link from Instagram in there.
I don't know if he's still doing that just for whoever, but he might. Just make sure you specify Stout V2 because he might not have done it yet, and then I might need to send him a file, or I don't know. But I'll happily send him whatever he needs if somebody contacts him. I've told a high grain design he should do them. But I don't know. I guess if nobody's asking him for them, then he's not going to want to do them. Tie scales for the Stout V2 Proto. I think they'll fit, B Shady. I don't think we changed. Hold on. Do you have a prototype? Did I sell you one? So, extra titanium scales. So I have.
Yeah, Jake Diesel would be a good one, or Pro X 1840.
So one of the problems, well, the filler tab might fit because you have a titanium filler tab, right? These are bead blasted ones. I don't know which one you have. I also have black, I think. Oh, I have 2 sets of bead blasts. And then I think I have a set of black. So they should fit, B Shady. If you want to try them, let me know. I'll sell them to you for $20. There were black ones in here somewhere. There they are. There's one. Oh, they're just like at the bottom of the. I literally haven't cared about these once because never wanted to do titanium ones.
Was it just a pain, or do you not like them? You're more of a carbon fiber guy, right?
What?
Was it more a pain, or did you just not like them as scales?
I mean, they're heavier, and I just don't think it looks good. I like carbon fiber better. So I guess it's me. I don't know. We tried it with the Kunwu prototypes too, and we didn't like it. Way back. So, I mean, we've definitely thought about it. I just gotta find this one fucking scale.
While you look for that, I've got a video coming out tomorrow that I wasn't going to release, but I'm going through all my TKLs, and I'm going to go to their Instagram page here in a second, because April 1st, which is the day after tomorrow, they are doing their pre-order for about 8 knives, and one of them's a new Wharncliffe. If you guys like small tactical fixed blades, I'm a huge fan. But they're doing about 9 models. And I think it's about a 4, 5, 6 week wait.
I like all titanium the best. Yeah, I don't. I mean, we're just not going to agree on that. That's fine. Unfortunately for you guys, it's, you know, it's my company, it's our company, and we don't want to do all tie. So
You've got to do, you'll never make everybody happy, no matter
but
what you
you
do.
can get an all tie pony right now. Go over to White Mountain Knives. I think they have a few left. I know they're
Good
running
point,
out,
Heath
though.
Thatch.
Oh, sorry, I did miss a member thing. Let me grab that. Brian, member for 2 months. He says, "What's up, Knife Fam? Hey, Kevin Javon. Can't stay, but wanted to drop in and say hello. Hashtag be up, Knife Nerds." Hell yeah, Brian. Thank you.
That's about 45 minutes old.
I know, but I still want to give him the shout out. Nick, it's fun watching Kev reorganize his op. Hell yeah.
Kevin's got dedicated space.
Surprised that
So have you seen the $108
color.
Max Ace Neptune that took 90 days for me to get?
How would you do that?
What?
What he's saying.
You would just have one of those
That'd be a
little
big ass
replaceable
knife,
batteries.
dude. You'd have to have a fucking charging port and shit. Exactly.
But this is stuff called SLD Magic, which is a kitchen steel. But if you look at it, it's done like that ZDP. It's got a wrap. Dude, this is a sharp knife that you wouldn't think has good geometry.
Yeah, or Knife-tastic EDC. Rodney could probably make you scales. I bet. I'd like to get a pony, but I'm too broke. Always broke on Divo drops. Well, you just spent $1,100 on that FSD, so
So I saw a
crying
Brown,
poor is not the way to be right now, buddy.
I saw a Brian Brown knife today that I really like. I think it's called the Cortex. Is it a Wharncliffe?
What?
No, it's a Chris Brown Wharncliffe blade.
Craig Brown?
Craig, whatever. Hold on.
The Cortex XL?
I think it is. I'll find a picture of it.
Yeah, dude. You don't
It
remember
looked
me
awesome.
showing it to you? I had one like a couple weeks ago. I just sold it the other day.
Did you love it?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I'm putting a deck on and it was $900, so I sold it.
Cortex. Let's see if that's what I'm talking about. Cortex XL.
It's it.
Yeah, that's it. It's a beautiful knife. So is it a frame lock or a liner lock?
Brown, by the way. It's inset. It's just like the Tall Boy, actually. It's a liner lock with an exposed portion.
Huh. About the same price as Rosie or
Yeah. He makes some of the best goddamn knives.
I've never experienced one, but I'm very interested.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not into that stuff, dude. I mean, okay, I'm into tritium. I have it on all my flashlights now, but I don't want to put tritium on one of our knives. That just seems weird. Nah, me, you have a great.
Nice Ace, there's no Diddy here.
I don't even have that many knives in my normal case. Like I have every Jackwolf ever. Not like every Jackwolf, but I have one from every drop. And then I have every
That's a cool
Divo.
collection to have.
But other than the Jackwolf and Divo collection, I don't have that much shit. Like pretty tame.
So what do y'all think Diddy's doing now? Like right now? Do you think he's on
I,
Miami time or do you think he's on
what
LA
happened
time?
to Diddy? What is all this shit about?
Dude, Homeland Security fucking raided 2 of his mansions simultaneously with a warrant out of New York for sex trafficking. They raided a mansion in Miami. I'm talking a mega mansion. I was counting, there were 9 air conditioner units on the roof.
Why
Which
would
tells
he
you,
be?
dude, the stories have been out. Wendy Williams used to talk about it 15 years ago. He uses it as power over these people for contracts and trafficking. That's what Tim Dillon did a really funny show this morning that launched. But if you look at sex trafficking, it can be as simple as having your Learjet fly a bunch of party girls from Miami to LA for the known reason of having your freak off or whatever. That would be considered federal trafficking because they cross state lines.
It's retarded.
Yeah, and I think what's going to happen is, like Knight's Edge says, it's probably going to go up higher. I mean, all these people have been totally silent except for 50 Cent, who's filed for custody for his kids because he's just the ultimate troll. And I love 50 Cent.
50 is the man.
He is, man. He put in a petition for custody for his young kids because he said Puffy ain't going to be able to raise them.
What does that have to do with? He put in petition to raise Diddy's kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Kent, that's people have said that too. That's what Suge Knight said, that he even said that the reason that Homeland Security was involved is they raided the house to delete the hard drives. They're conspiracy theories out the fucking yin yang.
So what you're saying is rappers who talk about killing people and raping people and sex trafficking actually do the things that they're rapping about?
What brought Puffy to light when that guy got arrested, they say
The
Puffy might have
revelation.
been responsible for both Biggie and Tupac's killing.
So dumb. You think P. Diddy did both?
Yep. I think it could come to light. This one guy who's in jail said the one that killed Tupac, the guy that was supposed to give him the $1 million from Puff Daddy, because they didn't want it to come directly from Puff Daddy, stiffed him. And he didn't get it. But yeah, rappers' lives matter. Hey, I innocent until proven guilty. I just find it pretty whack because
This
for
is
so
like
long,
all the shit about Taylor Swift. I just don't care. I don't know why this interests people.
what's
This is why
scary
he
about
has
it?
mansions, because
Well,
you guys talk about him.
but when you're a kid, like all of us were, and you look at Hollywood and the music industry, and you realize that there are people that aren't real talented that are real famous, and then you realize that they're talented people that we all listen to, kind of like off mainstream that weren't, and then you start seeing as an adult all this shit kind of fall apart in a lot of ways. It's just it's a fucked up thing. I mean, look at all the child stars, the shit that's come out lately. It's just nuts. He hadn't yet PNW funding stuff because Jay-Z's island is extradition free. I think he and Beyonce are holed up there in the bunker because I think Jay-Z's just as fucking guilty.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's heavy shit. Yeah, and Cat Williams has been dropping the bombs for years about what Hollywood does.
All right.
We're off that though.
Any anything cool we can look at? We went from Kev's nips to sex trap. Let's go back to what do we want to go back to?
I know what I want to show you guys. I want to show you this post from Tim Kell for what's going to be available on the first, because I know a lot of you guys
Who?
like these knives. Kell Knives, Tim Kell, they're in Georgia. He made
No.
Jared's little knife. I didn't.
Kell. I've seen that somewhere. The only extradition free countries related to death penalty cases, treason, they'll ship them out when those charges hit.
So that's a new version. These are all the ones that are dropping at noon. The Combatant, the Raider. I've got those two. This is the Striker. I don't have that one.
Not yet, JD. We're finalizing shit with Kubi.
Look at that. It's sharp on 3 sides. Because he makes tactical shit. I mean, that's his whole deal. That's a little.
Yeah, it looks a little too beefy and tactical for me, but it's cool. But
they're good CNC ground, made in Georgia knives. But this one just to me is sick. Where'd it go? No, it went away. Fuck. But that one that's the Warncliffe with the there's Jared's knife.
Thanks, Knight's Edge. Appreciate it. That's where I heard it. That must have been where I heard it.
Yep.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, we don't billboard at all. I mean,
see, and he does a lot with these rings, and I've always told him I know people like that, but on Jared's, he integrated the ring to where if you take off the scale, you can take off the ring. And I think a lot of those profiles are great, but the ring just kills it for me.
But he makes them without the ring too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, but not always the same models. They're a little bit different.
We don't know for sure, but it seems like they must be. I don't know who else is making quality slip joints at that price point. But then again, Rough Riders are dirt cheap. So
they're about $64.
Rough Riders?
There's a rough. I'm sorry. Rough Rider Reserves. I haven't bought any Rough Riders. They're much.
Maybe that's
they're like under 20.
About. Okay, then that makes more sense.
Nobody listens to Eric is asking, what's the blade length of the Fireball versus the Tallboy?
The Tallboy is 3.5. The Fireball is 3.1.
Congratulations, Steve. I'm going to pull that up and see if I can find it on Instagram. Oh, there you go.
Probably not going to show you there, but 0.4 inches basically. The Tallboy is 3.5. This one's 3.1. So you have an 8-inch knife and you have a, I don't know, 7.25-inch knife here.
How was NYCKS yesterday, Steve?
I heard it was good.
I don't think I've been to a bad blade.
They got an OEG EDC baby fixed blade. And he won. Okay, you didn't win it. You won the lotto. Which means you paid for it. I love how people say they won shit.
Sometimes winning a lottery, you win it. You win the chance.
Kev's a plant for the $800 custom flashlight industry. Hell yeah, dude. Hanko all day. Dude, fucking Jeff Hanko called me the other day. It was pretty cool. He had one of my lights for warranty stuff. Well, not really. I was just asking for something. But he just called me. He's like, hey, man. And we started talking. And then he is going to put tritium in 2 of my lights because he has my Zerk one that he was working on something with. And then I bought another one. And he does trit differently. He doesn't do like the 3 posts that get drilled out. He actually UV glues them to the front of the optic. and he takes smaller ones. I think 1x3 instead of these are 1x6. No, what are they? 1.5x6 millimeter. He uses the 1x3s and he puts them in like a triangle, and he puts 3 of them. He puts like 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So it looks like you have this sight like in your optic. They look sick. So he's doing that for me. Anyway, I thought that was cool.
Mere Salt, I'm loving the Atlas, buddy.
Knife Standards. You guys see Knife Standards' new knife? We should pull that up.
I'll pull it up. I've got it right here. Instagram. It's a sick knife. If you're the one I'm thinking about. It was on IG today, right? Or yesterday?
I saw one with an inlay that looked absolutely
Yeah, that's the one.
Here it is. I got it.
With that blue white.
So I got to handle this at Blade Show, Texas. Not this one. That one looks sick. I got to handle a full tie one, and it's really nice. It's basically like a slim down standard. I really like. Is there a picture of it open? That's that frost.
There's a video right next to that.
I love how he has it's just like a straight there in the middle. It just looks so cool. But yeah, look at that.
That's sick.
It's fucking gorgeous, dude. That belt satin all the way, that full grind.
Full flat. And
I think, dude, did you end up sticking with washers on these, or are they in with bearings now? I think he tried to do it on washers because it's Van X. It would have been fully rust proof and shit. But well, I guess bearings are too, actually.
Palmer, I think you can still
but
find
they have
buzzes.
to go on a washer. I don't know. But anyway, I think he tried washers, but Best Tech struggled with it or something.
Yeah, Knife Standards. That's bearings. A gorgeous knife.
I prefer bearings personally. So I'd rather see bearings.
I don't know if you've ever done this, Kevin, but I did.
Too.
Have you ever tried the skiff washers in a bearing knife?
I don't know if I've ever tried it, but I have them. I've heard good things. I did try it in the Stout, and it actually was pretty good.
It's just a different feel, but I think, there's a place for both. Like I look at somebody like Dark Gravity who works in a steel shop where, a washer might be better than a bearing.
Yeah. This is the RR3, and there's a pre-order on April 12th. So there you go, guys. RR3 pre-order April 12th. That's the one I handled, which is sexy too.
Yeah, the size looks perfect on it.
It's kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like if we took a standard and a station and like put them together or something. Like it's almost like more like a standard open and more like a station closed. I love that pivot too.
Yeah, it's sexy.
Yeah. And I love his clip design because he does the same thing we do where it has a milled clip that fits in there, but then the wire clip also works. Hey, ATR, have you thought about doing dedicated lefties instead of, and then you could just keep this side clean? Because now that Best Tech will do that for us, anytime we're working with Best Tech, we basically are going to try to just do a clean, because they'll do a minimum of 50. Well, I guess that's a lot if I have a bit of a lefty following. And even that was pretty hard to sell. I think we sold them all, but I think we only had like 73. It took a little bit. I still have a couple. I'm waiting on parts because we had some random occurrence of detent balls just falling out of the lefties. Had like 2 or 3 of them come back for that. So I'm waiting on inserts to fix the ones that I replaced.
They just didn't get press fit in right, you think?
I don't know, dude. It randomly happens. Like, talk to Casey. He had a run of Jetstreams that did it, where he's like, I got another one. Somebody hit me up. I got another one where the detent ball fell out. It was like 3. I don't know if he had 3 or 4, and they all happened in like a week or 2. And he was like worried because he's like, oh shit, what if they all, you know? But I think we had a mash or 2 that had that, and it makes you freak out because you're like, what if they all fall out?
Thank you, NFK 20.
But it's just like, yeah, I think they don't press it in enough.
David. Sorry, dude.
Or I also think it has to do with how people operate their knife. So like, we don't have a detent track. And the reason we don't have a detent track is because honestly, I hate detent tracks. They're rarely implemented properly. And usually it makes your knife just feel like kind of weird. Like it makes you feel like it wants to ride back, but then it doesn't. And I don't know if you guys have messed with detent ramps, but I just don't like them. And the reason we don't use them is because our detents are always super early. Like, look at that. That's where the detent is. There's no reason that you need a detent ramp on this. If you disengage that knife, it's going to pass the detent. You know what I mean? So what I think some people do is they do this, and I don't know if they let it hit the detent ball. So it's sitting on the detent, and then they do this and like push it past.
Maybe loosen it over time.
And maybe if they have one that's like the ball is sticking out a little further or whatever, they can somehow pop that ball out doing that. But I don't even know why you would do that. Like I could see you closing it like this. If you don't want to do the nail thing, you know, you just kind of roll it back like that. But I swear there's people who put it on the detent and then pop it past like it's a thing.
Yeah, I've never. I saw Maddie had one fall out of a, what was it called? Damn Designs. But I've never, out of all the knives that have come through, I've never had, knock on wood, a detent ball issue.
I've never had it either. You know why? Because I always let it drop to my nail. I push the lock bar out so it falls. How could it fall out? Really, I'm not putting enough pressure on it closing to cause an issue.
Yeah, and the rest of the time it's pushing itself back into the
right
where it's been press fit.
So that's my theory on people whose detent balls pop out. It's because of, and I'm not saying that's wrong, but I think that's how it can happen. Is if you're sitting on the ball and then you push past, you could pop it out or something. Now I did have somebody when I was helping Kunwu with warranty stuff. I had somebody send one in, and I literally just pushed the ball back in, and it never came back out. So
interesting. It just stuck in there.
Yeah, because they probably just didn't get it all the way in when they set it. And then I was able to get it all the way in by just kind of like hammering it in. Had one fall out of my Towser. My fault. I just mashed it back in with pliers. Yeah. I don't do meth. That's good. Shouldn't do meth.
Homer's been on a 3-day up. He hadn't been asleep.
It's a ramp. Oh, is somebody asking what a detent ball ramp is? So just grab any Knoll knife. It's one of my pet peeves on his knives. I love his knives, but the detent ramps, I just fucking hate detent ramps. Just put your detent early, and then you don't have to worry about it. I just don't like that feeling when it's like going across the ramp. It just doesn't feel that's
shit. Because it snaps back up.
I just don't like that at all. And I know every prototype he's done, he's adjusted it and made it better. He's made it shorter. But I would just get rid of them. I don't know. But that's just me. I know most people don't care.
No, I think I think it's good information, and it's good information for manufacturers to get and for people to talk about, because everybody likes different stuff. I hate.
Oh yeah, Chavez is a huge freaking culprit. His knife are the worst, dude. The 229, not the 229, the street, the one that's a little bit smaller, has the worst ramp. Oh my god, dude. Is that what you have? The street, or
that's a street? That's a street.
Yeah, that's the one that is terrible, dude.
Yeah, it's
yours seems really broken in, but
mine's broken in, but that's where it is.
Such a huge ramp, like it's so long.
But mine is very broken in.
And if you're left-handed, it's the worst. Like try operating it left-handed.
I can't. I have no dexterity in my left hand. I will throw it across the room trying to open it.
I
I
think
can't
that's
even.
why I hate it so much, because left-handed, when you close knives, you have to kind of drop
Reach
the knife,
across.
you go past, and then you shake it down. But with those knives, to
Oh
clear,
yeah,
you basically have to put it to like here and then shake, or it'll
I can
pop
see
back
that.
on.
Yeah, left-handed, it's totally. I can push the lock bar, I guess, far enough out of my way with my right
Right.
thumb.
But that's the other thing with Chavez is they will crush your nail. So like you almost don't want to do the nail drop. So you want to have it stop earlier, and then you get stuck on that stupid ramp. I know.
Kathleen,
I'm a very picky son of a bitch. What knife is that?
this is a V1 Dawn.
Okay, that's nice, dude. It's a good one.
Yeah, I like this knife, dude. I traded this for my OG full-sized what's it called? Sweeney, just because I wasn't carrying it. And I knew the mini was getting ready to drop.
Arius doesn't have an insert? Or are you saying it has an insert, but they also press it in the tie? I guess that makes sense, but absolutely hate that. Yeah, you're talking about
LCV
the ramp
Blades.
shit? Yeah.
Welcome, buddy.
Forget
Guys, I
detent
average about
knives,
3 to 4
get a
hours of sleep
spring
a
knife
night.
instead, no more issue on. Oh god, you're talking about butt locks, man. That's the funny thing, you would think that this would be super satisfying because it swings down, but it's not for me. Like, I much prefer this whole process
You like that mechanical friction.
versus I like drop shut. I don't mind if it drops shut after, but like I want it to hit my nail.
I think the
Other
greatest
than just
comparison of a shitty detent and a good detent is a Kunwu bar lock compared to a Kunwu frame lock. This one's even got magnets, the magnet mod,
yeah.
and it just is
But
so loose.
people fucking I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, if when I
People love
first,
those crossbar locks. It's a thing, man. Yeah, knife standers. Those look cool, man. I haven't gotten to try one of those yet. I don't think I
do you
want to
know the
spend
Kunwu
$900
owner?
on a button lock.
Do you know the Kunwu owner?
Yeah, Sergio. I
I-
mean, he's not the owner. He's a partner. Or
Is he
part of.
is he Serbian, or
He's the face. Yeah,
you know who his fiance is, don't you?
his fiance.
Or wife or girlfriend?
Who?
Countess Anne, dude.
Oh,
My
really?
internet crush, yeah.
You think so?
I know so. Yeah, because I found somebody was telling me that, but she always is showing Kunwus when she's not showing Zebas. And it
Yeah.
makes sense.
I didn't think they were together though.
I think look at his picture here. I'll go to her page and you
I
tell me
think
they're
they're just like friends.
no, I don't think so. They go on vacation together. If this is the guy, you tell me if this is his
Okay.
face.
Yeah. I don't know if I know his face, but maybe.
Let's see if she
Sergio is
tags it.
fucking hilarious. He's a wild man, dude.
Dude, he is like my idol.
Pretty
If
sure he like lives in China now, though.
well, maybe not. Let's see. Where's scroll through all these bullshit pictures to get to.
Javon was so sad to find out she's taken.
No, I knew she was taken. Dude, she's so young. She's young enough to be not my daughter, but she's way too young. I can still think she's hot. She likes cats, so it's a win-win. Yeah, she must just post those to her stories because I'm not seeing any with him on her page. Let's see if she's got photography. Nope. But anyways, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
I could ask him.
And she shared Tri-States. Have y'all seen his new reels? I'm really digging them.
I fucking hate anybody who holds a microphone and does.
I know, but he does it like a.
So annoying. I know. It's whatever. It's Cole, you know.
Palmer, we are friends. She actually turned me on to when somebody had stolen all my pictures and was running a dual profile. We're buddies. I always send her star eyes to her posts.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a picture of him. Oh, here. That's
Does he
him.
have
Right
tats
there.
on his hand?
What?
Does he have tat on his neck and on his hands?
Here, I'll show you. That's him.
That's him. I think that's him, dude. He's a lucky dude. Makes cool knives and has just a.
I mean, if it's him, fuck yeah, dude. No wonder he's fucking so wild. He doesn't give a shit.
No, man. I mean, because she posted her stories, I guess, a lot when they go on vacation and she gets new tats, and there's usually a tatted hand holding her hand. And then when I saw all the Camus stuff she posts, I forget what live I was in, but somebody
You're
told me
following way too close.
she just fills my feed, because if you notice when you click on something or you like something, you get shown that shit more. It will load you up.
Dropping shit. Man, what time is it?
Yeah, guys, y'all jump over to Lefty's side if y'all can't chat amongst yourselves. I just did it over there because Instagram gave me a choice.
StreamYard, you mean?
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if, they change it every week. It seems to get a little better.
I wonder if Countess Anne will fix her gap in her teeth. I'd love to see her smile more with. Nah, dude, I love the gap, though.
Dude, the gap is awesome.
That shit is sexy.
Yeah, when she's sitting there smoking a cigar and then she smiles at the end, it just shows you that she's kind of clowny.
European chicks are kind of like that.
Dude, she sits there, and I'm not a drinker, but she will drink whiskey and smoke little short cigars looking like $1 million. And I'm not into smoking chicks, but I would definitely walk around smelling like an ashtray and freezing my ass off in Serbia or wherever the fuck she is.
Yeah, smoking chicks grosses me out. But
me too.
Pretty sure Sergio smokes. I mean, they're Serbian, dude. They fucking smoke. You know
sure. I mean, it's culturally the deal, but like this right here, that's just hot. I'm sorry. But she swills just all this just straight bourbon, no rocks.
Yep. He needs to go off screen and let one loose real quick and come back. He was talking about that girl we just showed. She's a hot chick from Serbia, I think. And she does.
She's very classy. I think she's classy.
She does content like, I think she's a chef or something. I don't know.
She's a Zebra girl, and she owns a company called Hank's Cartel. They make Hanks that are very, very risque, and they're really good quality. And they make
How many do you have?
I have one. I only have her signature one. But let me show. They'd like do one with do y'all remember Scooby Doo?
Let this be a lesson. Do not remain single. You could say she's smoking hot. Yeah. That's funny.
Dude, I can't believe
re-give away this stuff because the guy never responded. He asked me what it was, and then he never responded.
That's kind of an asshole move.
Yeah, I don't know if he just forgot or... But actually, you know what? We can give this away. This is the TACCOM Grunt, I think. The one with the seatbelt cutter on it. But it's like M390. This would be a good user. OTF. It's probably like $200 or something.
Looks slick.
Yeah.
How's
I don't know. I don't know what they shouldn't have done the seatbelt cutter,
but it doesn't have a glass breaker.
They were marketing it to first responders. Yeah, there's no glass breaker. Looks like somebody along the way dropped it during the pass around because there's a nice little thing right there.
There's a little use.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually, it's marked up in a couple places.
Pull up these Hanks real quick, then I won't share anything else. These are two of our Hanks cartel Hanks.
Got good, really good action. Best Tech does the, it's just the Cerakote or whatever came off there, but it's fine. Anyway, it'll be free, so there you go. Yeah, I did. Actually, Casey, he did have this, so it's probably him. Probably was.
Yeah, if you win the OTF, it's got to be legal in your state.
Yeah, legal in your state, and you got to be 18. So just don't enter if you can't, okay? Okay? I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, who'd you say was making the slips for the nip slip?
These are the Hanks cartel Hanks. They do.
Yeah, that's well, she does other ones too that aren't as risque, but she does some that are seriously risque. But she does challenge coins. But she does this.
Yeah, it's a lot of titties and ass.
Yeah, and my favorite one is, where is it?
All right. We're going to get in trouble here, man. I got to pull it down. Legal to own or carry? Own. I just have to say that. And then Todd says, nice stolen artwork.
No comment.
That's great.
Yeah, I've only got one, and they are small. No, the fourth. Didn't mean to get you in trouble, Rob.
Later, Rob. That's great. I agree. It is kind of creepy. Cartoon porn or any of that shit is kind of weird to me. One side sharp or two? One side of what? One side of what? You're talking about the OTF? It's a drop point. It's actually a good user blade because it's a pretty tall grind. And this is actually like a good blade to use. Most OTFs are not.
It looks like a taller grind.
Yeah. He has another version of the Bulldog without the seatbelt cutter that I reviewed recently. And back already. David Jewell says, post a link to the Hanks. The Epstein Island edition. Michael Upchurch says, I'll take it.
Well, that's what the news has been. Is
the one side sharp is okay here, but not two for some dumb reason. Oh, you're not allowed to have double-edged daggers. Gotcha. Yeah. This only has one side. Yeah, they only allow two. But I think you're allowed to own. You just can't carry. You're allowed to own this. You just can't carry. Double check that for me, somebody, but pretty sure. Oh, Olight sent me some stuff. Marceau is going to love this. They sent me some stuff for their new sale. I can't show you yet, but they sent me this diffuse, which is like a little rectangle thing. I guess that would be a pentagon, actually, which is pretty cool. You unscrew this thing, and then a 14500 is in there, and it's got this little optic, so it's a floody type light. But
That's pretty cool.
actually is pretty cool. It's kind of like the Arcfeld in terms of how you hold it. Well, no, I guess it's more like a regular flashlight. It's just different.
Iron Butterfly, that's great. How do you like it, man? I think it's a fantastic knife.
And then Kev failed geometry. Is this not a pentagon?
There's a loss of cabin pressure.
It's got 5 sides.
The mask
Palmer,
over your nose
please
and
let
mouth.
me know what that is if I'm
As
wrong.
oxygen is flowing, even if the
A
mask is not
hexagon
flowing.
has 6 sides.
That's a pentagon.
Am
If
I
it's 5.
retarded or are they?
If it's 5, it's a pentagon. If it's 6,
Okay.
it's a hex.
What is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a pentagon.
Okay, you guys are retarded, not me. Anyway, this is the other one. Oh, is your wife gonna make you turn it off because I said retard? Sorry. Just kidding, Rob, if you're still here. Probably not. This is the Olight Mini 2, iMini 2. And this thing's pretty sick. So it hangs on your keychain, and then it's magnetic. You pull this off and the light turns on. I've seen like really cheap versions of this, but they're much bigger. This is like really small.
So when you detach it from your keychain, it turns it on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's magnetic. It's very strong, but then when you just pull it off and look around, and then bang, it pops back on. And then the charger is actually right here. You have to just pull that plastic sleeve off and pop it into a USB port.
Oh, then that's unique.
Yeah, and then you have the sleeve that covers it, and you put it on your keys. So the only downside is you have to remove it from your keys to charge, but how often you really going to have to do that?
Not much, because it'll hold a charge for what you're going to use it for.
Freaking, I mean, that's bright for being that tiny.
What do those cost? About $20?
How do you get that off the keyring to charge it? What do you mean? You just take it off your keys. You have to pull it off your.
I guess he was wondering if when you pulled it apart, if it was on the other side. But it's what actually hooks to the split ring.
Yeah. The only thing I could see being an issue is maybe, but I don't think it matters if you scratch up the black part there. It would only matter if you scratch these parts up on accident. But that's why they have the sleeve to protect everything else. And then you just have your ring would go around this rubber part. It'd be cool if maybe it came with an extra couple sleeves. I don't know if it does. I don't think so. I have a red one. A knife for a doodad? I don't know what he's saying. And then this one, a little balisong comb.
Well, that's pretty cool. You can at least practice with it.
Would have been cool for the beard if I still had it. But it's bigger than the fork and the other one they did.
Do you have the utility knife?
The what?
This one from Amazon. This guy right here.
It rings. Look at that. You see those ninja moves? No, that's cool. Which one's that?
This one off of Amazon.
It looks identical. The same. Oh, no, that has a lock and everything.
Yeah, it's got a lock, and that's the side that you don't hold to keep from cutting yourself.
Will there be fireballs at Blade Show? Probably not, because we're getting the order in like now. We're just waiting to finalize the tall boy. We sent the changes. Once we get that file, we're going to approve it and then order both, because we have to order camo carbon for both. We're just going to put it in one order.
One thing that's a little janky
probably
about
be like 4 months from when we order. But
One
yeah,
thing that was a little janky with this is it shipped with like 10 little cheap blades. And when you put the blades in, they had play. So I put some of my tool steel blades that are, you know, nicer blades that I bought for some of my other knives, and it doesn't have that play anymore.
huh. That's
So I don't know
cool.
what's.
That's a cool idea, at least.
Yeah, you know, I got that little tie one like you had, and I've used that now for my unboxing knife.
And then Roby Bond sent me this little A3 keychain one.
Those are great lights.
Yeah,
I have one of those.
they're super bright, and you could turn it on and
You ought
use
to
it
get the
that way.
A4
It has
tie.
a really nice moonlight.
And it's so simple. I like that you can push it and you've got light,
Yeah,
or you can double click it and it's
got
on.
momentary. Yeah. Yeah. What up, Cole?
Trust Aid.
Javon was crushing on your new reels, and I was
We were
making
loving
fun
on
of
them,
you
dude.
because you were
We were
using.
sharing them.
You were making fun of. I was making fun of you for using a microphone because it cracks me up whenever I see somebody doing this in a reel or whatever.
I'm jealous because Countess Ann shared one in her story.
Oh my god, you are fucking. You can't let it go.
I can't. Dude, I'm telling you, she's my internet crush. She
All
knows
right.
it.
Well, go fight Sergio.
It's an innocent thing, dude. Crushes aren't obsessions.
I mean, you've been on it for about an hour now, so. I wasn't scout with the best clay, they say. Laugh out loud. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I smoke too much pot.
Trust Aid, she's the sexiest chick in the knife game. Your wife will one day, when she's that age, might be a contender, but yeah, she's
What do you mean that age?
she's 33.
Who is?
Countess Ann, 34 now, probably.
How old's Tri-State's wife?
Is she 30 yet, Trust Aid? Her birthday was at Blade Show. I
Oh,
forget.
he's still here. Still here. Countess Anne needs an ice ball machine. See, 33. Told you.
Okay, that's cool,
I figured
dude.
she was about that age.
I thought, for some reason, I thought she was younger. Well, maybe she just turned 31 when we were at Blade Show.
That's pretty young, dude. 33.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, chicks kind of
She's
get.
got a picture with a birthday cake, Goob.
I think a lot of chicks get hotter as they close in on like 40.
Dude, what's weird, and I don't know how to, because when I was in my 20s, I didn't see older ladies as milfy. But as I get into my 50s, later 50s, dude, women are aging much better.
No, I think it's just our perception.
I think that's true too.
Because, yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like when I was younger, I didn't ever think like a 35-year-old was hot when I was fucking 20. But
Oh,
now
dude,
it's like, damn, you know?
I had like a 6th grade teacher, and I definitely thought she was hot, and she had to be in her 30s.
What is scary is not knowing how old chicks are. Like when you're 24, 25, you're in that age range where you're hanging out, you're looking at chicks and you have no idea, like
And you're looking at them in bars, and they've
she could
got
be
fake ID.
15, she looks like she's like, you just have no idea. And that, people get in trouble doing that shit.
Yep.
So I always carded chicks. I'm just kidding. I just dated chicks at work. That was my style.
I got divorced after 20 years, was in a long-term relationship that was just bad, and now just dig the knife gig. Don't need the aggravation.
I think every girl I dated after high school, every single one was at work. Whatever job. Like I had different jobs.
So you're kind of a serial stalker.
No, I don't fucking. I've never stalked anybody, dude. Chicks come
I
to
don't
me,
think I've
man.
ever. I don't think I've ever. Now my ex-wife worked in the same industry I did, but she didn't. We weren't in the same building,
I
not
mean,
the same company.
it's the easiest place to,
Yeah, you spend more time there than you
because
do at
you're
the
there
people.
and you're, you know, I worked retail a lot after high school during college, and that was like, dude, I worked at Bed Bath and Beyond. That was just like prime time.
Yeah, it was like a dating center.
Sports Authority and Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah. And then I worked in a call center. That's where I met my wife.
Yeah, marriage is definitely the easier way to go if you've got someone compatible. I think the old saying is 90% of your happiness or 90% of your misery can be tied to the choices you make.
Oh, shit, wherever I eat. I would never date a woman over 30 years old. I also would never date a woman under 30 years old. What I'm trying to say is I have no interest in dating. Yeah,
It's overrated.
we got it. Ladies love the BB&B. Didn't they go out of business or something? Or are they still around? Any drops people are looking forward to? I don't think there's not much going on right now, which is interesting because usually around tax time,
That's
there's
when
a
you
lot.
see a lot of drops.
That's when you want to drop shit. We don't have anything to drop, so can't help you there. We're on a hiatus because we had all that shit come in at once, and the pony was the last one. And now we're just waiting. We have the second run of the Lush and the nip slips in production now, and then we're about to put in 3 more.
And there are a whole bunch of TKL knives that are you can reserve on the first if you're into fixed blades.
Does anyone really date a chick they picked up in a bar though? Like, what's the alternative for meeting a woman? Well, nowadays, I bet you talk to a lot of people. They meet on apps.
I've never downloaded one. I refuse
But
to.
back in my day, we had it. When I was still dating, we had those apps. They just came out, like Tinder and shit. And I tried it. I think I met up with like 1 or 2 chicks, and it was always fucking weird. They were always weird.
Because
And
they catfish you. People act a certain way online and they're never really that way.
which is true, I guess. But yeah, I guess nowadays apps, that's how people meet. But you used to, I guess you could go to a bar. Like if you were at like a bar with your friends and chicks were there with their friends, you could I think I've met a couple of chicks that way back
And
in the day.
usually it was usually kind of a setup deal where you'd meet a group of friends and there'd be a chick there. It was
Yeah.
kind of like a comfortable situation where you just weren't going up to a stranger at the bar and throwing something in their drink like Bill Cosby.
It's great. We never had to worry about age. We had to worry about them being my cousin. It's an Alabama thing. Well, what do you say, Javon? What do you say?
He lives about 30 miles from me. No comment.
After 14 years wasted, I'm in no hurry to get back on the dating horse. Oh, okay. You got divorced. Got it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough, man.
dude, I got a great daughter out of it. I have no regrets because if you look at it, everything happened for a reason. But I even think the relationship after my marriage solidified the fact that, you know, I there are other ways I can
Yeah.
pay for
Nick,
it. And
how long have you been married this second time? By the way, Nick's wife is hot. I've seen him post pictures like on vacation. She's hot. Sorry if that's weird, Nick, but
no, I mean, if you're compatible, and
we all know you're proud of it too.
I think the trick is,
But I'm curious how long you've been together. The only thing dropping is my mom's panties. I met my wife in a bar. You must have, dude, because she couldn't hear your voice. So she was like, yeah, I'll fucking hang out with this guy. And then she found out later it was too late. It was too late. Or did you
here's
bring
my
a
trash
voice
tape,
changer?
boys.
Did you bring a voice changer to the bar? He actually did. He actually does hold a microphone in real life.
Yeah, B for Baron. I think it's all
Hey,
who
baby.
he is. And then you got to be realized, and I see this in hindsight, but the person you meet and marry is not the person 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. You've got to be willing to communicate and grow with those people and try not to grow apart. It's easier to grow apart if you're a selfish idiot like I was. But again, it all happens for a reason. I wouldn't change anything.
Well, now we know why she told you to turn it off. You met her at church. She was the children's pastor's daughter. And you're over here showing that scandalous material, Javon.
That's funny, Iron Butterfly.
Christian mingle is pretty toxic. Don't marry one off the internet. They'll be ran through. Farmers only. I've been with
Yeah, is
the
that an
same girl
exceptional
for almost
question
2
now where
years.
you can ask their body count?
Met her at work. See? Work is a hot spot for sure.
I met my ex at, like I said, the same job, but I was kind of set up by a guy who knew that she had been married before. I hadn't. And then when I got divorced, the person I started dating, gorgeous, never ever been married, should have had been red flags right there.
Feet finders is a good one. Yeah, transparent eyes. That's a good point. Rob says, she thought I was weird and I thought she was stuck up. She was right and I was wrong. Well, that's good. I'm glad you were wrong. I don't trust homie hookups. They always give the grenades.
That's true, but in my situation, I moved back to a city to play music with my buddy who had a girlfriend who what was really ironic about it is I went and I asked this chick out after the dude told me I should, and she turned me down. And I rarely ever got turned down. And
What's
then
your IG?
we were
Yes.
at a bar and I was with people that she thought were upclass people. And then she started chasing me and wanted me to ask her out again. Had the guy ask if would ask her out again.
Right.
And
Well,
like an
obviously they
idiot.
meet on apps and then they go on a date. Yeah. Lamia dropped today and the Roosevelt drops tomorrow. Is that the XL, I guess? Together 18 years. Oh, damn, dude. Married for okay, so it's been a long time. How young were you when you were married, dude, the first time? So maybe you're older than you look.
Rob, and that's awesome. That's just
I
like
would have
dark
guessed you were
traveling.
like 40 or something, yeah. Sounds like you're 50.
Yeah, you got to be best friends. I mean, the bottom line is when everything goes and the kids get old and move out, you've got to have common threads. I really had foreshadowing, even though I never thought it would happen because I was one of those that would just stay till the end of me. But I could see us not being compatible early
Wouldn't
on.
you have been compatible before you had kids? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
No,
Like, I
what would
was with
happen?
my wife for, I don't know, 5,
We
6
were,
years before we had a kid,
yeah,
so
we lived together before we got married for 2 years, and then we're married for like 3.5 before we had a kid. But that's when I was drinking a whole lot. So like I didn't even propose to her. She kind of proposed to me. She was like, "We need to just get married," and we eloped. It was weird. But in hindsight, I wouldn't have my awesome daughter if I hadn't gone through the trials of that crazy marriage. They are part of your EDC, Brian.
I'm gorgeous and have never been married. Wait, only part of that is true. So you have been married.
I think I might have a bigger crush on the internet though than Countess Anne, Elizabeth Hurley. I don't know if y'all follow her from the old movies.
Yeah,
She's
for
probably,
Austin Powers?
yeah, she's my age. She's 57. And dude, she looks good. And British people usually don't age that well. No offense if you're British.
My kid's still part of my EDC. My wife and I were happy for 22 years, then we met.
That's that old saying, you know why
I had my
divorce
wife in prison. Did you work at a prison? You both worked at a prison?
Exactly, Joe. Everything happens for a reason. When I got in recovery, I learned that you have to kind of realize that,
Damn,
or you can
Space
just hate
Ghost.
yourself.
Some people are better on their own.
I am.
Yes, both guards. Figured. I figured. Both XL and regular. Cool. What time is it? 11:30? I have to get up with my kiddo tomorrow.
So are y'all doing y'all's family Easter tomorrow, eggs and stuff? Or are you do you do all that today?
My wife's family all came today, so her two sisters and her mom, and then her one sister has twins. She just had twins like a couple months ago. And she has a 2.5-year-old or 3-year-old. So that was fun. We did the egg hunt. My daughter and their 3-year-old had a lot of fun. Tomorrow, my parents are coming. So unfortunately, my brother lives in Holland right now. He's got 2 boys that are young, 5
Is he older than
and
you
2.
or younger?
He's older, 1.5 years, 2 years almost. So would be awesome to see them on holidays, but it doesn't usually work out.
Yeah, I'm just low key heading to my mom's, hanging out with her.
Nice. Why would he be a windmill mechanic? Just because it's Holland? Those are all over Europe, dude. Germany has them everywhere too. No, he's not.
They grind up a lot of birds. Not that I care. It's just
They account for a lot of energy over there, though.
they do.
We should have them. I should have one
The
in my
coolest
yard.
thing.
So damn windy.
Have you seen those buoys they put out in the ocean that look like a bell and they go up and down and they've got a little thing that generates, so as the tide moves, they
No,
generate power? Dude, they're bad as shit. Let me find those
6
bastards.
hours of driving to pick up my boy up yesterday, turning around and doing 6 more so he can hunt eggs with his little sister. Awesome, man. Good for you.
So check this out.
Tidal energy.
It's called Ocean Power Technologies.
Okay. Well,
Check this thing out.
Palmer's wrong. Work on your geometry, Palmer. Is that Ultim?
What it is it's like a buoy, if you think of a buoy. So it floats to right here, but it goes up and down. And so it just sits out there with a bunch of other ones and goes up and down because it's anchored, and it creates freaking power. I think stuff like that's cool.
Do they have a video of it doing anything? It doesn't look like it's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff of it doing stuff. Let me go to a...
Cole, you already missed the piss penguin. I love that he's marketing it.
We've got weird...
I would have done it, but I fucking hate Ultim. I really don't like the material as a knife material, so really didn't want to put it on anything. But I guess we're gonna get a nip with piss. I guess so. Well, you gotta ask him, Cole. Gotta ask him.
Ocean. Or...
Yeah, he's Traditional Pocket Knives is doing a piss nip. On the budget nip, he's doing a piss nip. So it'll look like this, but with this. Hopefully. Kubi said they can make it look like this. So that's the plan.
That's the coolest slip joint I've ever hung out with.
Kev, why do you not like full tie skill? Because it usually means a frame lock, and being left-handed, that sucks. And I like carbon fiber. I just like carbons. They look good, they're cool, and they're lightweight. I prefer carbon over everything. Yeah, piss nips, Cole. Don't worry. Well, I guess I can't say I'll send you one, but I'm sure Austin will let me send you one.
So here's a video. I've turned the sound off.
If he doesn't send you one, Cole, let me know. I'll send this over to you when I'm done.
Let's get to where it's doing its thing. Hold on. I don't want to hear this guy talk. And then they put it in the water. Here we go. And see how that thing goes up and down? When the waves come in, it actually generates power, and they've got all these transformers on the bottom of the ocean, and they also use them with wind power. That's pretty cool technology. That's
So
alien.
it's just generating power from the up and down of the waves, basically.
Yes, or and the tide always moves. So if you get a big storm or something, you're going to get bigger waves, but you're always going to get power because it always moves, right?
Yeah.
The tide's always moving. We used to use Ultim for tips for our vapes. I mean, that's the only thing I remember Ultim from, because they didn't conduct heat.
Well, I mean, they used to use water power all the time for like mills and shit. They would have those big ass wheels, right?
Yep.
Back in the 1800s or whatever, to power machinery and stuff.
I don't know if y'all have ever dived down those conspiracy rabbit holes that Joe Rogan talks about, where he talks about civilizations getting wiped out and all their technology getting lost, because not just with the pyramids, but some of the different structures, the aqueducts underneath and all that shit. They're like, when you have these cataclysmic events like a meteorite, it sets people back to kind of the Stone Age, and we lose technology. Like, people start doing other shit. So like, we don't know how to build pyramids, but we know how to build computers. But sometime people knew how to do that shit.
You don't think we could build a pyramid?
No. Not the way they did. No. Not with those stones. And I think you don't realize how big they are.
You just reconstruct it.
Right. But to build it like they did, those stones, that granite came from like 800 miles away. And those stones were like, I forget how many tons each one, cut perfectly.
Yeah, they just use slaves.
That's true. That's true. But I mean,
could you imagine, like, how the fuck did they carry something that heavy that far?
Yeah, and to get them to line up. I mean, it's
apparently they used like
logs.
Yeah, logs. If you just keep putting logs in front of each other
For 800 fucking miles, you're rolling that shit across Texas.
That's not bad.
You're a resilient bastard. I'd be like, just let me die. Yeah, but I think that Phantom is good as they get. It's definitely my favorite one of his designs.
Yeah, the Phantom's sick, dude. The terrain was completely different when the pyramids were built.
It was lush. It was definitely very lush. But even if they floated them in, I don't know if anything would have.
Well, they could have used boats too. Depends on how heavy they were, though.
Let me tell you how heavy. Let's go pyramid.
But yeah, I mean, as far as I understand, they used logs and they would just roll them. And then you have slaves.
So
What about Joe Rogan?
they are 1 meter by 2.5 meter base and 1 meter by 1.5 meter high, and they weighed
45 to 80 tons. That's fucking insane.
It's crazy.
How? So that's right. Multiply that by 2. That's 90 to 160,000 pounds. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's insane, dude.
How the fuck does anybody lift that?
It doesn't
Even
make
if you
sense.
have slaves.
And that's what I'm saying. And if you go look at what the people, and again, these are just scholars. They could be
And they
talking
would
out
have
of their
had to have
ass.
come out of a quarry of some sort. So they have
This
to get
800
them
miles away.
uphill.
They found the quarry. It's
Maybe
800
they
miles
use
away.
elephants. Maybe you get enough elephants, you could drag that shit.
It was aliens, dude. Ancient aliens. It was us from the future.
Shit. I mean, we would even struggle with that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's
You would
just
need
wild
one
stuff.
powerful ass truck or crane or whatever. Maybe a crane could pull it up. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, but dude, I get it. That's what we're saying. But let's say you took 100 slaves and put them together.
10,000 and put them together.
10,000 and you just tie them all to a rope and they just have to
How
pull
many?
that shit. That's possible.
Let's see. How many stones? How many stones in Great Pyramid?
No, I don't think it was aliens, but
well, there's a lot of weird, and again, they knew what the planets did, but they all line up.
wait,
2,300,000.
2 to 4 tons. That's totally different than
So you had 2,300,000 limestone and granite blocks were pushed, pulled, and dragged into place. The average weight was about 2.3 metric tons.
Okay, that's
2.5 tons.
That's way different.
That's a shitload, dude.
Some of the smaller stones, he said.
How long would it take to build them today? 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it took them like 20 years then, right?
Let's see. Why can't we build pyramids today? Building a great pyramid today would involve using modern technology such as concrete instead of stone, significantly simplifying construction compared to the ancient methods believed to have been used, which required thousands of workers and decades of labor. So that's what they're saying. We could build it in that many years, but they'd be cast out of concrete, not using big ass stones.
It wouldn't be as sturdy. But let's say we wanted to do it like they did it. I think you could do it. It would just be such a cost for basically just proving a point. Like you'd need like Elon to fucking fund it or something.
This is a great graphic. Look at this picture of how big it is, because we don't really think about how big it is because we don't see them.
Oh, they're huge. I would love to see them, but I'm not going to Egypt.
That's it next to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. What's that called? Not Denny Challenge.
It's Big Ben.
Big Ben and the Statue of Liberty.
It's really not that big. Statue of Liberty.
They're fucking huge. Look at those people. And look at the stones. I mean, that's insane, man. That ancient people could do that. What we consider ancient people. Cool stuff, though. Dive into conspiracy land. Yeah, and another one of the things.
But we could cut them precise. Just use a fucking laser or
we
something.
We could. But the other thing is that they hadn't been able to definitively find out is how they cut them as big as they are, even with the wheel, so precisely.
Yeah, the statues were big, but they would have been made out of multiple pieces, right? Or you're saying they're carved out of one piece and then they somehow stood it up?
No, the block.
No, I'm talking to Rob.
Oh. Yeah, Palmer. I've heard it's very commercialized, but I've also heard that people. I saw what's his name, Andrew Schultz went over there with his wife and said when you see him, it's like totally different than how you see him in pictures. You're just like, whoa.
Oh, it's like anything.
Yeah, World Tree, and they even say that the pyramids could be a lot older than we say they are.
I mean, they're already old as shit. What are they? 5,000 years old at this point? 6,000 years old?
Let's see how old. Let me see what Google says.
I mean, ancient Egypt was 3,000 BC or so, I believe. Like the ancient Egypt, not like
right.
Cleopatra. Cleopatra's like
I'm just doing
more
Great Pyramids.
like 0 or whatever.
So if you look at the wiki or the PBS, approximately the Sphinx is approximately 26,000.
Damn.
And the Great Pyramids are 4,500.
Yeah, 4,500 makes sense.
26,000.
How the fuck? What the fuck? Or
No,
built by
no,
time
no, no, no,
travelers.
no, no. Hold on. That was a question. So numerous
Yeah, but
blocks of
Jay,
limestone.
you would have to have a fucking army of time
They
travelers.
say it's about the same age, according to
What, the Sphinx?
some recent studies has well, see, there's all this different. Yeah, the Sphinx. It says some people say it was 45 years old. Some people say that it was 12,000
4,500.
years old. Different, I guess. What do you call them? Geologists or archaeologists?
Archaeologists. I don't know. Everything I went to school, or I went to college for history. Everything I studied was like, they said, all that shit was like 3,000 to 5,000 BC or something. All that crazy shit in Egypt. It's fucking insane that they did all that stuff. And then you look at us even 500 years ago.
Dude,
Just fucking
100 years ago.
just like dog shit.
Well, look how fast
The
we've
Middle
gone.
Ages, man, is fucking terrifying.
Think
Like,
how
I would
fast
much rather go back to Egypt. Like, if you gave me a choice, go back, well, when was the Middle Ages at this point? It would have been
that was dark shit.
1,200 years ago or whatever.
That's when people were doing crazy shit.
But I'd rather go back 3,000 years and live then or go back to Rome. That's the fucking shit, dude. Rome, they had fucking toilets.
They had it
They had
going on
plumbing,
too.
dude. They had plumbing. They had fucking pools, like plumbed pool. Like, that shit is wild to me.
It is wild. And I guess what we're coming up on Rome how long did Rome last? I was terrible at history.
Shit. Rome was another one of those that was around, for a long time. But they went out in 400 AD. They got taken over by the barbarians. So I think, I don't know, how far back did Rome go? Like, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 BC,
1,000
maybe?
years. Food Diesel says 1,000 years. That sounds right. He looks confident. Rome, 600 years. Rob's
Yeah, that's what I'm
nerding out.
saying. 500 BC or so, and then they made it to like 460 AD or something like that when they got when Rome fell. What about Vikings? Vikings didn't. Okay, whatever. Vikings are cool though, but Rome is another fucking just amazing thing.
A mystery. I mean,
That's why I studied. That's why I went to school for it, because it was like, it was just so cool to think about.
Luke, you probably need a longer screw. Your screw's probably just a little short to catch the threads.
I don't remember them having like toilets and shit. Water channels maybe, but it was definitely more primitive. Like
What about
Rome, they literally had fucking toilets. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm misremembering. They had sewers and shit. Like, it's wild.
this is what's wild.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
So check this shit out.
I don't know.
These are all ancient like sketches in the pyramids, sketches on cave walls.
Go back. What is it?
This is Egyptian bullshit.
Is that like a Mayan thing?
This is all
Yeah,
like
there's a
this stuff
lot of
here,
there's a lot
like
of ties to. There's that whole series. What is it called? Alien something.
ancient aliens. But the only
Yeah.
ones that I really get interested in are the actual artifacts that they find that have helicopter, weird shit in them that shouldn't be there.
I mean, this shit's possible, dude. I don't see why not.
No, I mean, it's weird stuff. And I don't watch Ancient Aliens, but I do sometimes watch Joe Rogan when they get off in that tangent.
Yeah, I'm not a Rogan guy.
I'm not a huge fan. It's just certain guests I like to listen to their view.
Who discovered it when?
Go Becky Tippy.
I've never heard of it. Sorry.
Becky.
I'll try to look it up when I get a second, but yeah, for sure.
Southern Turkey. Wow.
Part of Turkey.
Yeah, dude. And it's like look at the city wall. I mean, this is like old
What
as
are
shit.
you looking up?
I'm gonna share it with you. Just this picture of this Göbekli Tepe ruins.
Only people who don't like Joe Rogan are just haters. I just don't watch Rogan. I don't have a problem with him.
But see how the city was set up?
What is this?
This is that Göbekli Tepe, which is like, let me tell you how old it is.
He said 11,000 years. They just found this? I don't know. I never heard of it.
Yeah, some of the megaliths surpass 16 feet and weigh as much as 50 tons, arranged in a circular formation.
It's
So
like
how do you do that
Stonehenge
shit?
and shit. Shit's wild, man. History's awesome. Yeah. I don't know if that's Mongolian though. I think it's a Chinese emperor that did that. But that's all kind of tied together. Romeo's I read a really fucking good book. I think it was a series at one point. I can't remember the guy. Was it Robert Harris? I think is the author. It's fiction, but it's like based on, uh, you know, historical stuff from Rome, and it's about this guy who works on the aqueducts, and then like I don't know, it's a really good story, and then Pompeii, like the volcano shit happens, and he's like trying to get people out and shit. It's really good. I think the guy's name is Robert Harris. What's the fucking book?
Agree, Todd. That's fascinating to me. What they call that is like terminal impact or something. That's what the guy on Joe Rogan talks
Oh,
about.
it's literally called Pompeii. If you guys are looking for a good book, if you're into history, check out Pompeii by Robert Harris. It's really good. I haven't read a book in so long. My boss, the wife wants to know. Well, you can turn it off whenever you want. But actually, let's wrap it up because I need to get up with my kid tomorrow. So it's almost midnight.
You got to be the Easter Bunny, don't you?
He's probably waiting for the giveaway, I'm guessing. Yeah. It reminds me, I gotta go eat some cookies downstairs. She left for the Easter Bunny. So we got the grunt. We can do hashtag. What do you want to do? Hashtag grunt.
Keep it simple. Hashtag grunt. Yeah, Ed, that's fascinating. You know, you never know the source of that stuff because all these guys sound like they know exactly what they're talking about.
That's the problem with a lot of shit. So I'm gonna make it hard for you guys. Hashtag Javon needs a woman.
Dude, no, thank you. If that's a self-fulfilling prophecy like the rest of the crazy shit you pull on me, I'll come after you.
Wait, the Easter Bunny isn't real? No, I am the Easter Bunny. What? The Easter Bunny is 100% real. I hope kids are watching this, and if they are, it's real. Jeez. I heard some kids at the playground the other day. I'm there with my 3-year-old, and these kids are like, the one kid's joking around about Santa, and then this other kid's like, Santa's not real. And I'm like, dude, my 3-year-old just walked right by you. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, those kids are just.
Why are
And
you
you
at
think
the
about
park?
kids today, if their parents let them get parented by smart devices, think of the access they've got to anything. They just say,
Yeah.
hey Google, is Santa Claus real?
Yeah, it's an OTF. It's an OTF. But if you win, I'll give you something else. If I don't know why. You're in Canada or something? I think that's why.
Google believes in Santa. At least Google Voice does.
It's a Spotify playlist called Ringtones.
I didn't ask for that. Stop.
I didn't actually say anything to him. I just was like, what the hell? Like, I
Hey
could hear
Google,
you. My kid's here somewhere, you know, she
stop.
was on the slide or whatever.
Hey Google, stop.
They were in a playground with a bunch of little kids, and they're just like yelling about Santa's not real and shit. I don't know, it was just dumb. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law spoiled Santa for my daughter. Dude, it was so fucking cute this Christmas. Like, even St. Patty's Day, she was trying to trap a leprechaun. And it's like fun to build traps with her and then like swap the coins out and shit and act like the leprechaun was there. We painted the toilet green.
Well, just the wonderment of a kid, man. That's what
Yeah.
makes it so.
And then I
That's what
got to
makes it
eat
so.
cookies and drink milk and pretend I was fucking Santa Claus.
And you remember the shit when you were little in a different way when you're experiencing it through your kids.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely made Christmas feel like special again. Because for the last, I don't know, 20 years or I don't know. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, and when she gets
It,
big, I
you know,
mean, again, take every day as slow as you can because it happens fast. I mean, it seems like yesterday Brittany was 2.
yeah. Well,
You got time. I remember when she turned 4, I had a fucking emotional crisis that she was a quarter of the way to 16. And I couldn't believe that I was 1/4 of the way there.
yeah, I know what you're saying. And every time they get older, it's like, man, I remember, you know, when you had these tiny little hands and feet, or I remember when you had the chubby cheeks, or I remember when you couldn't walk, or
And yeah,
always, you know,
but what's awesome about it is I would always think that as she was getting older, but each year, even now at 23, is the best year. I mean, it always just gets better because they can. I mean, you have those times when they're teenagers and like, fuck you, dad. I mean, but I did that, so I have that coming back to me.
yeah.
But it's just cool. I won't do it again, Jim. Joe, I don't know how to slow it down, buddy. I think once you have a kid, even when your kids grow up, you're still in warp speed. I just refuse to let age define me.
My daughter is 29 now. We drink bourbon together. She feels bad for the shit she put me through.
But that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfect though,
That's
because y'all have
part
that
of it, though.
relationship.
It's, I feel the same way. It's just, the shit I put my parents through. But I think everybody, that's kind of how it
And
goes.
we all are lucky. Well, I say all of us. I was fortunate enough to be able to have that conversation with my mom. I'm sorry for being such a prick. When Brittany was being a prick, because she talked me off the ledge several times.
Make sure you guys are spelling it right. Well, I'm hoping to go through the whole baby phase and everything one more time, at least.
I see you at 3, dude.
I don't know. 3's a lot, man.
I wonder. I mean, my cousin. Most of my cousins have 3. I'm the only one that has 1. And
3's a lot.
we went to Catholic school. Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, it seems like it would be putting them through school, but none of them seem to have struggled that badly over 1 or 2.
Well, I'm not worried about that. My neighbor has 3, and it's like fucking insane, dude.
But you
Got a
think about as you get
4-year-old, a
older
3-year-old,
and
and
you have Thanksgiving and you
20-year-old.
have more than just one grown kid coming home, I think
Yeah,
it's good.
I definitely 2. I think is good for me. I have I had a brother. It was just us 2. Feel like that's good. Just 3 is a lot, dude. I mean, even thinking about daycare for 2 is like
Oh God.
scary.
It's almost worth it if you do the math
Hey,
to not have 2 incomes.
that's like
And
$3,000 right there for daycare a
yeah,
month.
daycare is insane. Congratulations, Iron Butterfly.
Awesome, Iron Butterfly.
Good luck, people. And I hope I don't get a woman anytime soon.
Damn, drink water. 23-year-old and an 8-month-old. That's wild.
I was 33 when Brittany was born. I was a late bloomer.
I was 32. I don't think that's late. I mean, my dad was 32 when
No,
he had me, I think. So I guess I always just thought that was normal.
well, I think my dad and mom had me a lot younger, like in the early 20s. I think that's the way they did it. But I think it's smart to wait because I surely wasn't ready. I mean, I don't think you're ever
Awesome.
ready, though. I think if you wait until you're ready, you won't have kids. My little brother never had kids. They've got
Yeah.
like 3 English bulldogs, a
All
house on the
right.
golf course. I think he made the right choice.
Let's let it rip.
Good luck, people.
And I'll send this out probably Monday just because tomorrow's Easter.
Yeah, mine are going out Monday. They didn't make it today. My mailman never came by today.
That's
Big
that's
Diesel.
fucking that's hilarious. He's the one who's like, how long?
Is he one that's complicated getting it?
No, he was the one who was like, how long's this live gonna go? My wife was asking. That was
Good
his
thing
way of saying, when's the giveaway?
he might have left. Is Spook still in here?
He's right here.
Yeah, there he is.
Glad I didn't leave. All right. Well, you definitely have my email, so hit me up. Shoot me your address again so I remember to send it, and I'll get this out to you. And if anybody wants to buy these flashlights, let me know, man. Still got these 3. F2 for $225 with the Dr. Jones. Got the La Lima Starfall for $400 and the Barrel for $500. You can add $50 if you want gaskets and tritium in there.
And all you guys and gals who've been asking about TCAL, because they don't do the production runs that often, April 1st at noon.
I haven't heard anybody ask except you mention it 7 times. But
These guys?
yeah,
Dude, I
TCAL.
have people, because I love these knives. I have people ask me all the time.
Okay.
Because they're never in stock. They're always like, wait for the pre-order. And it's not a pre-order, I told them. It's more of a
All right.
reservation.
I take it back. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Enjoy seeing all you guys.
April 1st, TCAL drop. All right. Anything you wanted to cover other than that?
Just sharing a little love for TCAL.
All right, cool. Happy Easter,
Yep.
guys. Check out Saturday Night Live at 1.
In an hour.
Yeah. And maybe Casey will be on vertical stream for the next 20 minutes. I'm just kidding.
They are pre-orders. They're more like reservations, the way I look at it, because they're not getting them built overseas. They're just trying to figure out how many to do. So yeah, I mean, it's semantics. I agree with you, Todd.
All right. I'm
Peace.
ending it.